Alright, hey, what's up everybody? It's Legendary Beats here from LegendaryBeatsOnline.com. Today we're going to be talking about the top 10 ways to help increase your sales, interactions with fans, downloads, and brand awareness. I got my little notebook here, so I'm going to be referencing to these notes. But yeah, I hope it's going to help you out. I'm going to talk real fast, trying to make this video as short as possible so you could go home or go back to the studio, go back to your online promotions and apply some of this stuff. Alright, so let's go. So we started number one. Number one is people like to be treated well, and build relationships. Now what this means is that people you don't know, you're an artist, you're a producer, you want to get people to like your stuff, like your brand, buy your beats and everything like that. You have to be able to treat them nice, treat them as if they're going to be a customer, treat them, not to be fake, but treat them as a person, treat them as someone that you genuinely do care about, because hey, they might be a fan, they might love what I do, so you got to treat them as if they're about to spend money with you, or they're about to download that new track, even though that they may not. Still treat them good, because that's just how things work. That's how business works. That's how it's going to work in the real world. That's how it's going to work in the music world. Same way, especially on social media sites, you have to do that. And build relationships is probably the most important thing that you can do in your music game. So let's go. So step two is be you. Be aware of your branding. In social media, use social media correctly, in the sense that use correct spelling, grammar, proper postings, things like that, because realize that everything that you do reflects on your brand. I'm not saying not to be you as a person if you're, funny and you're outgoing and things like that. You can still portray that by using correct English, correct spelling. Honestly, it's funny how with social media, people can still understand how you feel by using those smiley faces and those exclamation points. All those things, that are there. You don't have to always use the LOL. You don't always have to say, the letter U instead of spelling out you. That's until you build that relationship with that specific fan or that specific artist. After they made that first payment, then maybe you could lax up a little. But be sure to be professional at all times, because people are looking, and you are your own product. You are your own brand. You are the reason why your brand is a brand. You are everything: the manager, the manufacturer, the builder, the seller. You are all those things, and everything that you do reflects your brand. Alright, so we're going to go on to step three. I call them these steps, but they're actually tips, but it kind of works the same way. There's still kind of steps into, building and increasing your sales. Alright, so step three is enter all business information data in all of your social media sites. So all your social media sites requires a few things, or asks you to fill up a few things, which would be like your description of what you do, your name, your username, your phone number, email, bio. All of these things help an artist, or helps a fan, or helps a producer learn more about the person before they decide to download, before they decide to follow, before they decide to spend money on you. All that information are confidence boosters for the second party, which is the person looking to take interest into you. So if you don't have these things, you got to realize that it's going to hurt you in the future, because especially when you push out promotion, per se, on your YouTube page or on your SoundCloud page, you don't have your email on there, you don't have your other social media links on there. How would someone contact you? Especially if you're not really active on that social media site. If they leave you a message on a social media site and that's all that the option that they had, and you don't see the message for a month, and the person was looking for exclusive rights for a certain beat, and they were saying they were going to pay $500, you just missed the sale. So it's things like that you have to be attentive to, because it's very important. Alright, we're about to move on to step four. Yeah, so in step four, what it is keep your composure even when a customer says no. I had a situation today, actually, which is very funny, that happened today. Maybe that's the reason why I wanted to make this whole video, is that this guy came and sent me a message because he saw a post on one of the groups that I was in on Facebook. Sent me a message saying that he was going to sell me the source code to a standalone music player store, so I could use on my hosting and store all my beats on there without having to pay monthly to a subscription. So I was like, okay, tell me some of the details, whatever. So he sent me some details and everything like that. So I was like, no, that's all right. I'm not interested at the moment because currently my store, the store that I use, they do all the customer service, the sales, they manage everything like that, the storage. I don't have to worry about that. So at this moment in time, I'm not actually ready to take on all of that responsibility. And pretty much I said, and this is kind of, I don't feel too good about this transaction because I don't really trust you that much. You're kind of fishy to me. He kind of took offense to that, and he went on a rant and calling me retarded and stuff like that. And I went back and I ranted on him. You could probably see the Facebook post on my page, but that's besides the point. Um, the reason why I felt some type of way about it was because he was using like this broken, what else, thunder. He's using some type of broken English. I'm not sure if he's not from the States, maybe he's from overseas, but his English was bad, and I felt like it was just a regular guy trying to make an extra buck. He started saying something about, oh yeah, keep paying $20 like sheep or something like that. I was like, oh, what are you talking about? I just said no. I said it so politely. I said it's okay. I'm not really interested at this time. I can't take on that responsibility as far as doing my own customer service for all of that. I'm not ready for that. So no, I'm not interested. And he went on that rant. So you as an artist, you as a producer, you got to be able to, when you do your promotions, if people say no, I'm not interested, they said no. Still treat them good. Still treat them as a person. Say thank you. That's fine. Be sure to hit me up if you are interested in the future about any of this stuff. I'll be glad to send you stuff. That's a good reply right there. It's a good confidence booster, even though when the person's feeling negative towards you. There, you put a smile at the end, you put an exclamation point at the end, and you leave and everyone's happy. I hope that helped out. We're about to step on into step 5. 5 is be active on all your social media accounts. Reason why I'm saying this is because it's gonna hurt you if you have a Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud, and all these things. You're not using it to its full potential. You fill up all the information that it asks. You keep uploading new content. Now, when you do that, what it does is it builds your branding. Now, when people find you, they'll be like, hey, you have a YouTube? Oh, hey, do you have a SoundCloud? Oh, hey, do you have a Reverb Nation? And you can answer yes to all those things because people are familiar to certain platforms more than other platforms. And if you have all your information filled up on those platforms, pretty much they can contact you wherever they are, wherever they feel comfortable searching for your music, searching for your beats, and doing business with you. So that's why it's very important. That was kind of quick, so let's go into step 6. Sorry for going so fast, trying to keep the time down. But in step 6 is pay for professional graphics or learn graphics yourself. Reason by learning graphics, why is it so important is because recently I just had my site critiqued by the owner of Jija.com. I think it's Mike Leitner is his name, and he did this thing where he went over a couple of producers' Beatz selling websites and went over a little critique, and he pointed out that my website seemed a bit tacky, but the content seemed like it was going towards the right direction. So in the sense of the content, I knew what I was doing, but in the layout, it seems like it was kind of old school, washed out, and things like that. It wasn't up to date. So I went ahead, took that information, and I spent some money. I spent about like $200, dollars for a new layout, new website, a clean website that now portrays my brand to be a little bit more professional. I get a little boost. I get a little +1, if you could check it out at legendarybeatsonline.com. The reason why I point this out is because it's very important for you to look professional as much as you talk professionally, as much as you portray your music professionally. You yourself personally, maybe, as I said, maybe like a happy-go-lucky type of dude, a chill person, but make sure that everything that you do, as I said, it portrays your brand. So you have to be a little professional, you have to at least look the part. And if you can't do it yourself, pay somebody to do it, or get a friend to do it who knows what he's doing to do it for you, because as I said, you're an artist. Artists don't make beats. Artists don't do graphics. Some do, but the majority don't do graphics. Producers are producers. Producers don't sing. Producers don't make graphics. Some of them do, some of them don't, but you understand what I'm getting at. So yeah, gotta stay true to yourself. Alright, so let's go up to number 7. 7 is don't spam. Bad for business, bad for karma. Alright, and this one I take personally because spamming, I used to do that back in the day, back in 2011. I used to go to everyone's message box and just send my link out or go to their page and tag everybody in my posts and comment on their pages and stuff with my links. And that right there is bad karma. I can tell you why. Um, it's the same concept of an artist on the street who's trying to give out a free mixtape, right? And you say, and they say, hey, here's a free mixtape. You don't gotta buy it. You don't gotta give donations. I'm just giving it to you for free. And the person says, no, 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 no. I'm not interested. I don't want it. The Then the rapper or the artist try to sneak it inside the person's bag to force them to take it, while the person looks away. Now that is just bad. Now if I go home and I see that, oh, the artist snuck it inside my bag, you know what I'm gonna do with it? I'm gonna throw it away, I'm gonna burn it, and I'm never gonna want to listen or hear anything about that artist again. If I see that artist again, I'm probably gonna scream at him, I'm probably gonna confront him, whatever. Same thing goes when it comes to the music world. I don't know why people treat the online world different than how it is in the real world when it's talking about trading services and products. In the real world, when you go into a store, honestly, the store doesn't force anything on you. They have everything available. You're there. You choose to purchase. You choose to look at. You choose to touch. You either buy or you leave. You either choose to give your information to get sales or things like that. They ask and you say yes. They ask and you say no. Same thing comes to online presence. When you're online, it's the same thing. If you want someone to listen to your new mixtape, you don't just throw them the link. It's disrespectful. That's like I'm throwing a burger at your face when if I'm serving you at McDonald's, you come up to the line. You didn't tell me anything, but I'm throwing a Big Mac at you. But no, maybe you don't want a Big Mac. Maybe you want fries. It's the same concept when it comes online. You have to be aware of that it is bad for business. It is bad for karma because people are going to hate you if you force your link on people in their posts, if you tag 300 people in a post, some nonsense like that, if you keep commenting on the replies with your link, nobody wants to see that. I disabled comments for people to comment on my page for a reason because I had it, people would keep commenting the links on my page so much, it was so annoying. And I don't do that to nobody. I would rather you inbox me, say, hey, Legendary Beats, hey, what's up? Can you please check out my music? And that's that. And I'll say yes, I'll say no. And that's how it should be with everybody. All right, next to number 8. All right, number 8. Sorry for ranting on number 7, but that one came from the heart. Number 8 is never let the competition scare you, make it motivate you. And in 2011, I was about to quit making music. Yeah, I know. I was about to stop making music. I was, because of the fact that I wasn't making any money. I was doing all this hard work and I wasn't seeing a return on it. So, but one of my boys that I network with, Check Productions, he supported me. He pushed me to keep making music. And in 2014, now, actually this year, I actually worked with the indie label. I sold them some beats. This year, I have a couple of artists that continually come back to me for exclusive and custom beats, which I appreciate, and things like that. So what I did was I spent money where I needed to spend money. I learned, I build knowledge on what I have to do. I build relationships. I have artists that will hit me up and talk to me on a regular, just on day-to-day things, like talking about life in general. And that's the type of relationship that's how the real world works. In our business, we have an open box product where you person gets to touch and feel. So you have to build that confidence with the person, as I mentioned in step 1. You have to be able to build that confidence. You have to be able to learn people. I mean, as I said, you live in the world. Use what you learn in the world, what you do every day in your music promotion. There's no real separation except that this is virtual. You're still dealing with people. People don't change just because of the platform that you're talking to them on. It's the same concept. Yeah, so I'm ranting on that too because I take all of this personal, man. I learned a lot so far, but let's go on to step 9 and step 10. I'm gonna do that together as one. And this video is kind of long, but it's about to end in a few minutes. All right, so step 9 is you are your weakest link. Reason why I'm saying that you are your weakest link, it kind of brings everything together in the sense that step 1 through 8 was all about building what you do to make your brand what it is. Realize that you are the weakest link because your brand is you. Your brand, your music is you. Your beats is you. Everything that you do is your brand. Everything that your brand is you. Everything that your music is you. Everything that your beats is you. And that's one thing that a lot of artists and a lot of producers don't understand when they're first starting up. I didn't understand it when I first started up, and there's so much information out there that that you could learn from. I mean, it's hard when you're seeing a lot of producers and a lot of artists. They end up start doing different things, and you think that you starting up can just copy and do what they do. No, they built up to that level. They built up to that level where they could just keep putting up posts, animated posts of themselves online, or putting pictures of their cats and stuff like that, because they built up to that. They built up a fan base where people would just follow them because they are who they are from however years ago, and they started pushing out a good quality product. People start following their life now because honestly, their brand, that person's brand, is now their life now. Their brand that they portrayed at the beginning, mind you, is different. They had to try to do things that was professional. They had to do everything, the steps. They had to follow these steps until the point where now they could just post up whatever they want and people will follow them. So it's very important that you develop yourself. That goes on into step 10, which is always seek knowledge. If you seek knowledge, I'm telling you, will find knowledge. YouTube is the best source. Same way how you found this video, same way how you're listening and sitting down listening to this. I hope it helped and you actually use this into your promotions and things like that. I know it might have been boring to listen to me without the music, but I couldn't get it to work properly. Um, but yeah, always seek knowledge, man. I'm telling you, in the past year, I learned so much, and I'm doing videos like this because I learned, and it helps other people out, and it helps me out by sharing. It helps me out by treating you how you're supposed to be treated. You're a person just like I am. You're starting off just like I am, or you just want to know a little bit about the business. It doesn't matter. Thing is that you still treat people, you still build relationships as of how it is in the real world. It's like when you go to classes in college, you don't know the person who's sitting next to you, but all of a sudden, since you'll have a common ground, you'll talk a little bit in class. Maybe you won't text each other when you leave class, and maybe you won't chill when you're outside. But mind you, when you're in that realm, when you're in that same class, you're gonna talk and you're gonna chill because you know each other, you have a common ground, and you realize that your personalities, related. So I'm not saying that you're gonna get married or nothing like that, but it's the same when it comes to the online world. Same thing in the real world. It's exactly the same, and I think artists and producers don't realize that. The big guys know that. Those big name producers know that. They understand that. So why can't we? That's about it. I hope you were here for the 15 minutes or so for the video. That would be great. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe to this video. You can also check out my website, legendarybeatsonline.com. Would really appreciate if you come by, listen to some of my beats. If you need beats, you can purchase from there as well. And be sure to follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/legendarybeatsonline. Facebook.com/legendarybeats. And other than that, I'm out. Keep your eyes out for more videos like this. Check out my tutorials. I got stuff for days for y'all. Alright, and 2014 is our year. Remember to be you, be legendary. Peace.